Hi, gang. Tim Forshey here again for another short discussion about things that concern both guns and the law. Hey, you want to really divide up a dinner party really, really quick? Mention Trump or Biden or abortion or guns in schools. Well, we're not going to get into the first three, that's for sure, but let's talk about the fourth one just a little bit more, okay? People on the other side of the gun control argument always say that to arm all teachers is crazy. Yeah, it sure is. I agree. It seems that we sort of take them aback when we point that out that that's not what we're advocating. We're not suggesting that. What we are suggesting is that it seems like everybody's okay with armed police officers being in our schools with their children, right? They got guns. That's fine. That's okay. Nobody has a problem with that because they're police officers. What a lot of lay people don't understand is that police officers, especially these days with the budgeting concerns that we have, simply aren't trained very well. The average police officer that I train, sorry to say it, guys, and most of them will admit it, really don't get much training and aren't very, very accomplished with guns. So again, I'm not really sure why we all are fine with somebody who's wearing blue with a badge, but we're not okay with somebody who's not, who could be trained at the same level. How about private citizens who are non-Leo? How about private citizens who are not law enforcement officers, but they've passed the same background check, they've passed the same psychological profile, passed the same polygraph, and passed the same post-certified shooting qualification standards as a police officer? Nobody's saying that all teachers should be armed, obviously. Nobody would ever foist such a requirement off on all teachers. What a nightmare that would be, not only for us and our children, but for the teachers as well. But what if members of the janitorial staff, or perhaps even visiting or volunteer security parents who are willing to spend the time, money, and energy necessary to conform to those standards at zero taxpayer expense wish to do so? What would be the problem with that? We could establish a new licensure procedure. We could call it school weapons certification. We could call it enhanced CCW, call it whatever you want. But all the data shows that it would make our children instantly safer at zero cost to the American taxpayer. After every single one of these tragedies that we've all seen, everybody cries, including me. We all pray and we all say, we've got to do something. Well, I agree. We've got to do something. How about instead of focusing on magazine capacity or the action type of the weapon that the criminal used, all of which measures have been tried again and again with zero effect on the rate of such tragedies, how about if we try something that might actually work, might actually help? Instead of one soon-to-retire school resource officer being the only armed adult in the entire school, how about if we have a well-known, well-publicized, but undisclosed as to the particulars, unidentified percentage of people who are ready to defend against violence as true first responders? They're there then when the violence starts. They don't have to wait 17 minutes or 6 minutes or an hour like we saw in Uvalde for responding police officers. They are there. These are our children, guys. What's more important than our children? Well, apparently Hollywood celebrities and money and politicians, they all have armed guards 24/7. But it seems like we just can't get that in our schools. It would cost billions of dollars, if not more, to put an armed police officer in every one of the schools in this country. There's so many schools. So let's figure out another way to do that. How about if we allow committed, well-trained, well-documented sheepdogs to help accomplish the same goal? That is to make our kids safer. Let's give that some thought. If you agree, write your local legislator and let's see if we can get some movement on this. Thanks for tuning in, letting me voice my concerns on this. Stay tuned for additional chapters on similar types of items in the future. If you like what you're hearing, please click like below and stay safe.